The acronym for President Trump is Jim Beam. Even though the president is a famous non-drinker, I thought that was a good acronym. The J stands for judges. A lot of us believe in judges that follow the Constitution, that follow the intention of the Founding Fathers, that have a preference for the sanctity of life, which is important to many of us. I believe that President Trump is a very independent thinker, very eccentric. Whenever you have Republicans, many Republicans, and just about all Democrats against him, you know that he's independent and he does his own thing. And I believe that's what leaders do. They don't look behind to see who's following necessarily. They just lead us in the path. I've heard that scientists, people that follow metrics, have indicated that about 93% of what's said about President Trump on the news media is negative. And I've heard Republican presidents in the past complain vociferously against media bias. And the one thing that President Trump has done is he's taken it on, and he's pretty much created his own newspaper, because he feels that with Twitter, that is his Gutenberg press and the best way for him to get unfiltered information out. President Trump is a businessman, and what he has done for business has been huge in two ways: low taxes, and as he would say, just as importantly, getting rid of a lot of regulations that were breaking the back of corporations and needlessly causing expenses and all sorts of delays in efficiency. And I believe that if you're favorable towards business, you're going to create jobs, a booming economy, elevated 401ks, and people are going to feel good about this country, and that's what it was founded on. I have found that the issue of race can be a very sensitive subject, and many times people steer away from talking about it because they're afraid they're going to say the wrong thing. I've never ever seen a president who pretty much talks about race day in and day out and is very comfortable talking about it. And if you look at the progress that has been made in race, prison reform, and in many other ways, just conversations about it and systematic changes that are happening in every single institution and company across the country. We've never seen this happen before.
First, President Trump has emphasized in talking even to leaders of other countries, put your country first, because we're going to put America first. And that's the way he has treated our country, giving us the priority. And yes, we care about other countries, but basically he had been saying we're giving money to other countries, and in many situations they might not even appreciate it. He talked about being involved in all sorts of agreements with other countries where we're paying the bulk of it. So he says no more. And even with borders, one of the big issues is if you don't have borders, you don't have a sovereign country.
President Trump is a great marketer, has a great sense of entertainment, a great sort of panache, and I think that can buoy people's spirits.